there, and welcome back to Weird Soda for Life. I just want you to know, I'm not your mommy or your poppy. Ah? Ah? You get it. Anyway, welcome back. Uh, last week I said, I'm calling it Probiotic June because I can't come up with anything else. But a friend and viewer, Sarah, recommended that I call this Immune June, which I liked because of the nice rhyming. So that's what we're referring to this. No longer Probiotic June. This is now the beginning of Immune June. And today we are trying not a probiotic soda, but a prebiotic soda named Poppi. Uh, so first things first, what's the difference between prebiotic and probiotic? It actually comes down to this. Probiotic sodas have like live bacteria uh, that you're drinking to help you, boost your gut, right? You're bringing new friends to the party. Whereas prebiotic soda is apparently full of things that help boost the bacteria that's already in your gut. Which, if I'm going to drink probiotic sodas later in the month, might as well get my buddies that are already in there as strong as possible, right? Except there's a lot of science behind prebiotic and probiotic sodas. I'm not really here to debate all of that. I think people should do their research. For me, I don't go out of my way to do any of this. I'm doing it this June because frankly, uh, Porter and Bill, longtime friends of the channel, suggested that I try some probiotic sodas. So here we are. Um, but if you do some research, prebiotic sodas run on the idea that they're again adding something to your gut to make it healthy, and it's something specifically called it's a fiber called inulin, not insulin, inulin. Inulin is like apparently available in hickory root. It's supposed to be like fermented in your intestines and to create like fatty compounds or something. Um, I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe I'll end up suffering terribly. But what I found fascinating with that is that so I did some research into Poppi itself, right? Because who are these people? Um, I find it a little concerning that on their website they sort of suggest that the soda will lower your cholesterol, or like and give you some health benefits. And actually, from their website itself, when I was looking for like what's the origin of this, um, the couple that made it, and I'm reading from the website drinkpoppy.com about, which I will link to in the description of the video. Husband and wife team Allison and Steven were experimenting in their home kitchen, combining fresh fruit juice with the prebiotic powerhouse apple cider vinegar to create a soda that tasted amazing and provided real health benefits. Allison had been looking for solace from her chronic health issues, and ACV, apple cider vinegar, answered all her prayers. After drinking it every day for a week. Her symptoms all but vanished. Um, on this podcast I listened to called Sawbones, and it's something I've referenced to before, especially when we got into the history of really old sodas, right? Cure-alls cure nothing. Uh, TMTM from the McElroys, Justin and Sydney, but it's true. When something promises to cure everything, it probably cures very little. And there's people who swear by swallowing apple cider vinegar and swear that it helps them. If you think that it helps you, there's no harm in it. I just want to point that out. So I think as we gonna go through this, I'm not, I'm really not here. I hate to say it. I'm really not here to like deep dive and do an expose, like a deep dive podcast to expose the probiotic and prebiotic soda industry. There's a lot of other people who are going to do that a lot better and have more time to do it than I am. I truly am here to just try some sodas and see what we think about it. But I feel like I would be doing a disservice to not at least present to you some of the claims that the sodas are making, especially for Immune June. And, if you like these and you want to drink them, go on ahead. I am not telling you to stop. I'm just saying that maybe look at it with a skeptical eye uh, before you go all in. But with that, let's get off this serious train and get back to the soda itself, right? So, I picked this up in our Meyer, and I looked at a bunch of flavors. There was a berry flavor. I think there was an orange flavor, but yours truly went good old boring, uh, and got classic cola. You can see that from the red can. On the can, it says Poppi for a healthy gut. Be gut happy. Be gut healthy. As I've made reference to several times before, my stomach is a delicate ecosystem at the best of times, and so maybe this will actually help me. And all the things I was saying before are just bunk. But we're gonna try it out. Looking at the ingredients on the back, it says sparkling water, organic cane sugar, apple juice, concentrate, fruit juice color. So we'll see what color that's supposed to be. Um, Organic apple cider vinegar, organic agave inulin, which we talked about a little bit before, natural flavors, stevia, tartaric acid, and natural caffeine. Uh, Seems fairly innocuous. It's 25 calories. It contains 3% juice. I don't think anything sounds truly questionable about it. Uh, just the natural skeptic in me. The can itself, I like the design. The font seems friendly. It seems welcoming. It's got the bubbles that have the ridges like a soda pop lid. Oh my goodness. Um, Bottle cap. Lord knows the things that I have issues with every week trying to twist them off. So I think it's a very elegant and simple design. The other cans look like that too. They have different colors based on their flavors. With that, see what we're getting ourselves into. Okay, y'all, this doesn't smell like Coke. Um, it smells quite a bit like apple cider vinegar, and it's a little brown. Let me see. Let me grab a glass. I kind of thought it would be classic brown, so I didn't prepare ahead of time. I know, more the fool am I. But let me grab a glass real quick, and I will be right back, and I'll show you what color it is because I'm intrigued. All right, we're back. I've grabbed a glass. All right, let's see what color this is. Okay, so it foams up really nicely like a Coke. It foams up actually. So, if you pour beer, you're supposed to tilt it from the side. I guess I should have done that with this too. Let's do a little bit more of that. There we go. All right. So looking at it, it is a light brown, more akin to maybe maybe a ginger beer more than a Coke. Because when we think about Coke and we think about Coca-Cola and we think about just cola in general, we think about a dark brown. It looks darker in my hand than it does in there. Maybe a strong tea, maybe a strong brown tea. Um, but okay, it smells a little bit more like a not a Coca-Cola, but a Coke smell now that it's in a glass. So, bottoms up. Uh, the taste hangs out too long. The fair. I can still feel it in my mouth as if it's the fog amongst the moor. The moor is my tongue, and the fog is the flavor that lingers above it. I'm breathing, and I can still feel it on my tongue. This is not okay. Um, that was something. As a diet soda drinker, normally I know what I get into when sign up for a diet soda. That it's going to taste, you're going to get that kind of artificial sweetener flavor, and you're going to get something akin to a flavor, and akin to the flavor that says it's going to be, usually. Um, Seriously, I'm breathing through my mouth, and I can still taste what's left of this. This is not okay. this is this was not okay. Let me think. So you get the artificial sweetness of the stevia, and you get something akin to sort of a Diet Coke. It feels like a truly I think it tastes like a Diet Coke that somebody poured apple cider vinegar in. That's what I think it tastes like. Um, it's got that vinegar tartness to it, and I know apple cider is a more mellow vinegar. Like it's not as acrid as like a white vinegar, but there's still that little bit of that acid in there, and it's there in this too. I don't I wouldn't purchase this again. I do wonder if I had gotten a fruit flavor, or like a berry flavor, if my experience would have been different. Um, I think maybe it suffers a little bit from being compared to its soda and diet soda equivalents. Um, but maybe it'll heal my gut. I don't know. Maybe it's worth the pain. Um, but this was not good. The flavor has now started to dissipate in my mouth. But it was a moment, folks, in there. I thought I would never taste anything normal again. Anyway, next week I'm gonna try to find an Olipop soda. Olipop is another prebiotic soda. I'm intrigued about this now because having had one of these, I'm interested to see what the other ones taste like. Um, and I do have another couple. I have a couple probiotic sodas sitting in the fridge, but I'm gonna go find Olipop. I haven't quite decided what flavor I'm gonna try, so which is why I'm being a little more vague. But next week for sure. Um, until next time, drink weird, and that definitely includes this for real. Um, see you next time.